weapons of war have been awakened. The battle axes have been sharpened, and they are here. So I'm going to play a little bit of this song that I've listened to for years. It's called Yah's Weapons of War by Daweed, Child of Yah. I know it's backwards, but the other nations are terrified of what is happening. The true weapons have already put billions of people to flight. Billions of people are watching these videos. Billions of people are watching what we are saying. Because again, they have knowledge and no understanding. They have no way of knowing what time we are in. The only people that can tell them what time we are in are the true people of the Most High. They are the only ones that can say this is where we are as far as prophecy is concerned. This is where we are because we are the time clock. So everything that the other nations are saying is nothing but a bunch of lies given to you from a bunch of liars who have no connection with the Most High. Now, a book that we're going to be getting into, we might get into it today, but for a little bit, but I need to make some videos straight off of this. The Lost Tribes from Outer Space. Sister sent me this book when I was blind a few years ago. The Lost Tribes from Outer Space. And it says, now the Bible reveals dazzling new truths and predicts the possible and probable future of the earth. I want to try to get it if you can. The Lost Tribes from Outer Space before I start to go in it, because you already know it's going to be hard to find once I start to go into this. See, if you're watching right now, you got your chance to jump in here real fast and look for this book. I was just looking for it right now before they make it $1,000 for this little book, $2,000 for this book. Because it talks about how when we were dealing with the other nations, like when we went into, we were fighting with the giants, with Og and all of them, that we had a spaceship that was sent by Yahweh, and Yahweh is not the Most High in this book, but this being here, the Lost Tribes from Outer Space. But this spaceship was used to pretty much whoop the ass of any of our enemies. And then the spaceship would be here, pretty much taking care of us, and then it would disappear for a time. Like Yahweh would disappear for a time, and we were kind of left on our own. And then this spaceship would return and then protect us again. The extraterrestrials that were in these ships had made covenants with our people, and this spaceship would leave and then come back. Leave and come back. Really, Mama T, they already canceled your order, right? Well, they really gonna cancel it now, because all of a sudden now you got this ship, CI Atlas, that they're just kind of, all they're saying is, oh, it's a comet. Well, it's not acting like a comet. It's doing this, it's doing that. It's like, how many times does it have to do something before you realize that your hypothesis is wrong? So it sure does seem like there's a ship that's returning, and it's got all of our names all over it. CI, 12 tribes, Atlas, the people that have been carrying the whole world on their backs, right? You know, Addis also means, you know, long suffering, long enduring, again, our people. All these signs are pointing to us. The ship is not acting like a comet. It's acting artificial. Well, in this book, you start to see that this ship keeps coming back, and every time this ship shows up, it does great and powerful and wonderful things for us. Temporarily out of stock already, huh? Well, we're going to get into it together. But I just wanted to show you guys in case you guys want to try to get it. As you can see, Big Judah has already been getting into it. See, this is what the battle axes do. See, they make it sound like it's always a battle axe is about always having weapons and fighting and who has the biggest aircraft carrier and who has the biggest guns and who has the biggest. You guys already have the numbers. There's billions of you. If it was all about numbers and weapons, you guys would always win. But in the spirit, I said, you guys have nothing. We've already destroyed you. Our words are the sword, exactly. So I'm gonna play a little bit of one of my favorite songs that I've been playing for over a decade. So you can see the person here, Yah's weapons of war, Dawid, child of Yah. Okay? We are the sword.
Let them know from the door. We won a lot of battles, but there's more in store. If you wanna be a soldier, you know what you're fighting for. We the battle axes, Yah's weapons of war. We can't be defeated, let them know from the door. We won a lot of battles, but there's more in store. If you're gonna be a soldier, know what you're fighting for. We the battle axes, Yah's weapons of war. Before you go to battle, you should know what you up against. When Yah sends his army on a mission, it ain't no defense. Have the latest weapons up, go and learn Kung Fu. Or you can read the Art of War, written by Sun Tzu. You don't need all of the above when we come through. When Yah sends the order out, where you gon' run to? Sword drawn off with your head like a guillotine. You read what we did to the Canaanites and Philistines, trembling in fear on their faces when we hit the scene. Giving the command, so we wiping out everything. When Yah puts our enemies under our hands, just like back in the land, put them under the band. Man, woman, or child, let none of them stand. To the last detail, we executing the plan. Brother Joshua and Jericho, David and Goliath, see it's already written in the end. We triumph. We can't be defeated, let them know from the door. We won a lot of battles, but there's more in store. If you wanna be a soldier, know what you're fighting for. We the battle axes, Yah's weapons of war. We can't be defeated, let them know from the door. We won a lot of battles, but there's more in store. If you're gonna be a soldier, know what you're fighting for. We the battle axes, Yah's weapons of war. Don't get it twisted, I can't join your army. I'm a soldier for Yah, and I'm already enlisted. Fully committed, put my life on the line. We recruiting more brothers, told our Yah, if you're with it. When the children of Zion get to roaring like a lion, we'll clash with a titan, fallen angel or giant. We ain't fighting, so we fighting in the day into the night. When we see our enemies, then it's on sight. You can call on Jesus, he ain't coming to the rescue. He gon' be hiding, so how he gon' help you? All I done left you, now you on your own, and you get the same portion of reward for the wrong. This is more than a song, it's already written, Jeremiah 51. If you thinking that I'm tripping, knowing how to kill your enemy is key for survival. You should have a bow and arrow, slingshot, or a rifle. In Yah I trust, and this is the truth here. If you a a coward, you have no use here. Set apart spirit got me feeling like Samson when the army go marching out. This is the anthem. We can't be defeated. Let them know from the door. We won a lot of battles, but there's more in store. If you're gonna be a soldier, know what you're fighting for. We the battle axes, Yah's weapons of war. We can't be defeated. Let them know from the door. We won a lot of battles, but there's more in store. If you're gonna be a soldier, know what you're fighting for. We the battle axes, Yah's weapons of war.
I love that song. He said, you know, just puts goosebumps on me after over a decade of listening to that. You know, still gets me emotional, gets me hyped up. I said, because we are Yah's weapons of war. We have been at war. We just didn't know who we were. And see, yes, everything at first is starting in this, you know, in the spirit realm. And as you can see in the spirit realm, we've already put billions upon billions of people to flight. They will not engage at all. They damn sure won't open a book. They won't open the Bible. They won't read it. Yesterday was very telling. On the live I did yesterday, where it was just pretty much a prayer for the most part, where we were reading scripture and praying to the Most High, thanking the Most High as we were reading scripture, thanking the Holy Spirit, thanking the angels, doing all of that. Okay? So it was pretty much a prayer, but you know, we were praying and remembering and thanking the Most High, because the things that's happened in the past are going to happen again in the future, right? Now, the video, what happens with my videos is this. If I make a video and then I do another video, the video previously will just stop moving. You know, like, I guess, you know, that's what they do. They stop it from moving. So the video I put up this morning, and now that I did this live, the video I did in the morning is going to be very, very low as far as views are concerned, right? So what they did yesterday with the video was when it shows up on my feed, whatever else, instead of it being first, they made it second. So since they made it second, it barely moved, because it looks like it was an older video, and the one I did the previous day was still on top all day long. So the one with the prayer, they didn't want to get out, so therefore they kind of cut it, and they cut it by making it second, and that's what they did. And it's like, that's just family business video. It wasn't more so like, you know, going out there talking about revealing anything about the other nations. That was a video talking about us, and us doing, you know, cleaning out the closet, doing family business, things about us praying, us remembering, and using those memories for prayers for the near future. But that just shows you how fearful they are. And yes, I brought this book out a while ago, but now it seems to be much more telling and much more applicable to what you're hearing today. What they're all talking about with CI Atlas and all these different things coming out about how it's not acting right. It's not doing this. It's not doing that. Because it's not what you say it is. Just like you try to keep on saying that Ish are the people over there, even though they don't fit any of the prophecies. They don't fit any of the end days prophecies. They haven't woken up in the lands of their captivity. They did not lose their heritage. They did not go into slavery on slave ships. They were not put under the thumb of everyone worldwide. But see, that's exactly how these people are. They have, you know, an agenda, and they never stray from the agenda. You know, it says they don't stray from the agenda. Now, I did a video, like I said, for TikTok last night, and I put it up this morning. And like, look, you guys keep on, all of a sudden now y'all want to complain about the Supreme Court and how the Supreme Court, you know, said that they can profile, you know, the immigrants. And I'm like, that's nothing new. You guys did all that stuff to us. The cops did all that stuff to us. And look, you guys, you other nations, you had a perpetual hatred towards us. So when it happened, these horrible things happened to us, you just ignored it. And now the Most High is ignoring it when it happens to you. You know, I'm going to play this quick video talking about the, Three-Eye Atlas, and how, again, your hypothesis is wrong. Just like your hypothesis about us all being African American and all of us coming from Africa, that's wrong too. Everything that you guys say is all wrong.
Three-Eye Atlas 60-second update. If you're like most people and going, what the hell is happening? 1, it's producing methane. I don't remember the last time a comet, a meteor, or an asteroid produced methane. 2, it's producing its own light source, and it's producing it from within. I don't remember the last time a comet, meteor, or asteroid did that. 3, it's speeding up and slowing down. It's changing course and then correcting its course. I don't remember when an asteroid, meteor, or comet ever did that either. It's also not producing what typically follows the tail of a comet, meteor, or asteroid. And in fact...
Wait, what's $1,500? Physical copy is like $1,500? Say more, please. Give me which book that one is.
It's actually producing that at times in front of it, which is leading scientists to believe that it has some form of exhaust that is helping it speed up or slow down. I don't remember when an asteroid, meteor, or comet has done that either. And lastly, the elements it's made of are not known on our periodic table, which doesn't confirm that it is or isn't a spaceship, asteroid, meteor, or comet, but it does have known elements that we here on Earth have no clue what it is. So those are just 60 seconds of updates on Three-Eye Atlas, just in case you were still wondering what the hell is this thing and when is it showing up. Three-Eye Atlas 60-second update. If you
So it's not working at all. It says not working at all. Their lies are not working at all. Why is that? Because the real weapons of war have already been awakened. They've already been walking on these lands. And now they're bringing all this knowledge. Like I said, the Most High put this book back into my, I was looking for another book, and this one popped up again when I was looking for the other one. I'm like, yep, now we need to get into that one. I says, because it's not, your guys' hypothesis on everything has been wrong. You've been saying that there's no such, that the church took over, for the chosen people, that the church replaced the Israelites, but Ish is over there in the so-called Middle East, and you guys have been giving them money hand over fist because you're trying to bless them in order, for you to be blessed. I mean, everything you guys say is a lie. Everything. That these Siberians are actually the original people. And this dude, hold on, let me see if I can find his other video. Trying to say that they are the original people. I was like, what the hold on. This guy. That everybody comes from.
So if you want to call Native Americans, so if you want to call Native Americans Siberians because they're related to Siberians, if you're going to say we're related to them, tell them the truth. We're related to everybody. We are related to everyone. Everyone on the planet. That's why they call us First Nations and indigenous.
A few moments later.
The first people, they didn't perfect them because they had to make more people and different. They made the native man.
You see, when they're talking, it just doesn't even make any sense anymore. So because they've lied about everything. And now all of a sudden, now everybody's Siberian, everybody comes from them. When we already know that the original people are black people. They're the only ones that can actually produce every other group on in the world. They are the only ones that can produce every single people, white from the spectrum of being super light to super dark and everything in between, not Siberians. So again, that just shows you how ridiculous and how off all these people are. So I just wanted to, again, if you can, try to get this book. We're going to go into it. I said, because now you're going to talk about the spaceship that kept coming around, and it was helping with the, when the Israelites were coming out of Egypt, and anytime that we had problems with the other nations, this spaceship showed up and was just whooping ass. So the weapons of war have already been awakened, and they've been destroying false doctrine from jump. So that shows you what's going on right now. We're going to get into that right now. Much love, family.